Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
Say, let's just fucking go. Welcome to the Capcom Showcase live stream. It is I, Papa Jaffe. It is good to see everybody. Come on now. Listen, we're starting up in about 10 minutes. We'll shoot the shit for a little bit before. We have Ricardo over in his little base in Antarctica where they've set him up with a dog and a sled and I think some canned tuna for a little bit, so he should be fine. The point, though, is that he is here to make sure things don't go too far off the rails. I hope you enjoyed watching the Ubisoft Forward with me earlier today. It was a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to Star Wars for goddamn sure. You know what came out of that, though? I've seen this a couple of places going around the internet, and I want to show it to you. Ricardo hates it when it's dark. He's like, can you turn on just any light? I'm going to light for tomorrow. Can you guys not see me? Is it, wait, what? Come on now. What? There. That's so much less intimate and sexy. This has been going around, though, since today. What was this from? From Fable, actually. This is from Microsoft's. This guy, Ian Miles Cheong, who's kind of a right-wing sort of troll dude, and he used to follow me. I didn't know who he was, so I'm like, yeah, whatever. And then I think he kind of started to try to pull me into his orbit a little bit, and I was like, oh God, no, you're horrible. But now Lord Garth doesn't like the yellow light. Okay, Jesus fucking Christ, people, what can I do? Better on or off? Better on or off? You guys tell me in the chat. But here's the deal. So he tweets this out. I'm just curious about this. Let me see if I can open this up and show you guys. He says, he's talking about the Fable main character. And as far as we know, it's the main character. I don't know if you're going to be able to tweak and make your own character, or this is kind of who she is, right? By the way, Man Cave, thank you for the super chat, buddy. He says, gaming show needs to stop having so much talking. You mean like the people who are doing all the nonsense, or you mean your Papa Jaffe? But I agree if you're talking about the hosts. Like, shut the fuck up. Hey, Way of the Lao, good to see you, buddy. Thank you for being a member for a month. He says, hope you're doing well. I am. Sacred Symbols don't have my membership, but Jaffe sure the hell does. You goddamn right. That's Way the Lao coming up next. Way the Lao is going to basically spread his legs and show you that his taint looks like a map of Argentina. He is currently traveling to New York on a bicycle in order to meet with the folks from the Guinness Book of World Records because it sounds like he has the most accurate map of Argentina betwixt his asshole and his ballsack. So, Way the Lao, thank you for being here, buddy. I really appreciate it. Okay, so listen though, seriously, I want to show you this. I want to show you this. Argentina, you goddamn right, Mutant Mo. Listen to me. So here's what he puts up, right? And here she is. Now, I will agree for my own personal taste, it's not my cup of tea, okay? But let's get to the bottom. Let's get to the bottom of what this is really about, right? Let's say for the moment, he says, this is what happens when you consult with woke intersectional feminists. Great, let's say it is. let's say any big company has decided to bring in a group of people, including women, that say, hey, we're sick of every female character in the game having to be sexy for the men or for the lesbians. We don't care. We don't care. We just want normal fucking people. Okay? I understand. So people are telling me, Ricardo's telling me, Ravno should make your own character. Regardless, let's deal with the guy's comment. The comment still stands, whether it's Fable or not. He saw this character, he didn't like what she looked like, and he's got a problem. But let's assume he's absolutely right. That at this point, a lot of the big companies are going to have male and female, but let's just take female characters that look more normal and intentionally don't look like characters created for men to jack off to, okay? What's the problem? What's the problem with that? Right? I mean, do you not have enough options in your world to look at beautiful women? Why do you... I mean, it really is quite a sexist position when you think about it. They don't all have to be there for your dick to get hard. And I understand we're not talking Fable at this point. We also were talking about Ian Miles as a troll. I get it. But this is not... This is not an isolated comment, is my point. And I'm just like, who gives a shit? Who gives a motherfucking shit if it turns out that a lot of the big budget games are going to have characters that have women that are not designed for men to jerk off to? Is that really so fucking bad? I think they want to pretend those options don't exist because of the amount of shame they feel. You mean the incel folks like this Ian guy, right? Because ultimately, I mean, I don't know. If women are telling us, hey, we're sick and tired of being portrayed that way in the media, it doesn't mean we can't be womanly and feminine and sexy and all that shit. But, you know, I'm going on a fucking adventure in Fable. Go fuck yourself. I'm not here to jerk off to you. That's all I'm saying. I'm kind of getting tired. I'm getting tired of people acting like this is a problem. There's games out there. Hell, I sent Ricardo. Ricardo and I are looking for sponsors for the show. And we compiled a big list of people that we should go after. And one of them was a sponsor that does just these total hentai, over-the-top, X-rated video games on browsers. I forget what they're called. And I'm like, cool. I love that. Do more of that. But that doesn't mean they have to be in everything, and certainly not when you're spending tons of fucking money. Isaac Clark says, you made sexual characters with God of War. Hypocrite. Fuck you. Thank you for your money. Also, Petri Schmeckel, thank you for your money. I appreciate the super chats, buddy. Oh, it's got a 1 there. Oh, that's your first super chat. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Very, very kind, very generous. Isaac, the point, though, is God of War was designed to be that. I wanted God of War to be an over-the-top, inspired by Heavy Metal Magazine, you know, kind of body and sexy and violent and all of those things. That's what I wanted it to be. So mission accomplished. But that's what the gist of it was supposed to be. If you're into that, you're weird, Jaffe. It is what it is. If I'm into what? If I'm into what? I mean, again, I've never played. I don't understand, honestly, sex video games. I understand porn, but I don't understand sex video games because I'm like, well, why do I? If I'm controlling it, my head's in a very different place than where it is when I'm, you know, feeling the sexy time. Way the Louse says, I love the awesome boobage in God of War. You did a great job. Thank you. I absolutely. I love that. I'm not saying I'm opposed to it, but just because somebody doesn't have it, oh, I'm not going to play it. I need women to be sexy. Fuck you. You couldn't get a woman at all, let alone a woman that was attractive. Sit the fuck down. I love the... what do you think has had the best show so far, Card Racer? I mean, I thought Microsoft's show was great for... I guess I think Microsoft's show was great because it did revive Game Pass a little bit to the point that I was just like, oh, fuck it. Now, again, they have a lot to deliver on. They've made a lot of claims before, and they haven't delivered on them. But if they can actually deliver the games they showed that are day one Game Pass, and specifically the bigger ones, you know, I'm in. That's exciting. So that was a great show. Ubisoft, obviously Star Wars, I thought was really, really cool. I'm trying to think what else they showed. I didn't give a shit about Avatar or the car racing game or any of the, you know, Prince of Persia Mirage, maybe. I did think, Assassin's Creed Mirage, maybe. But I did say, I think Prince was really, really good. Prince of Persia was really, really good. What else? Keeley's show. Here's what I'll tell you, too. I thought that the PC gaming show, which if you haven't seen it, I put up a very edited, so you have to watch the whole fucking 3-hour thing on this very channel. There was about 4 or 5 games they showed that were genuinely compelling. They were just fucking great, and I'm super excited to play some of the demos. I don't agree, Ravnos. Ravnos says the PC gaming show was met. There was a Castlevania game. Believe it or not, starring Ebenezer Scrooge, which looked really fucking cool. There's a demo for that. I want to play that. There was a kind of a card chat GPT, real life, build your own narrative in real time thing that looked really, really cool. I signed up for the demo for that. I haven't gotten in yet. There were definitely some interesting things over there. The 2 shows I actually haven't watched has been... I did not watch the Wholesome game thing. I'm going to skim through that. And then I did not watch the Future Game show yet. So, but I'm thinking maybe tomorrow or sometime Wednesday. Here's what I'd love to do. If you are a God of War member or if you're a God of War member or a Cult of Calypso member, we have a new, we have a brand new newsletter going out Wednesday or Tuesday. I would love for you to send me your top 1 to 3 games that you saw over the course of the week announced at this kind of not E3. And I will let people know, I'll put those in the newsletter so people can kind of get a sense of what the big hits were and what people like the most. Hang on. What's that noise? Just sit. Alexa, shut up. She doesn't like when I tell her shut up. Send me a DM on the Discord. I would love to know your top 3 games that you saw during the week. Dino Crisis. So I know Ricardo's in the chat suggesting Devil May Cry, or that's what he wants to see. If I had to choose between Devil May Cry and I see Logan looking for Beautiful Joe, or Dino Crisis, I would fucking take Dino Crisis. Yeah, the PC gaming show was the Nerd Guy. I didn't say that the show, the Nerd Guy and the Floating Head Chick, I didn't say that was a good show as their presentation goes, but it was definitely, there were some really good games. Okay, here we go, folks. Capcom, the best publisher working right now in the business. Well, if I said that, I misspoke. It's a live show. Someone's going to do that, pal. But Code Veronica remake, that'd be great. Well, what I meant was the games. There were a lot of great games at that show, but the presentation of the show was shit. Are we good now? Are we fucking good now, Ravnos? Jesus fucking Christ.
How dare you?
Goddamn right. Here we go. Well, there might be Street Fighter 6 updates, you know? CAPCOM. I don't know what Pragmata is. What is that?
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to the Capcom Showcase.
Hey, thanks, man. What's the audio, Ricardo? Are we good? Are we good?
We'd like to share that June 11th, 2023 marked Capcom's 40th
where's
anniversary.
the Capcom little world I can go, the museum in? Where's that?
A big thanks to everyone for playing our games.
You're welcome. You guys are the best publisher out there right now.
We can celebrate such a milestone. We look forward to creating many more games in the years to come.
Good, nobody cares. Let's go.
And we hope that you'll continue to enjoy them.
Boom, 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 boom. I want the.
Now it's time to show off our latest titles at the Capcom
museum.
Showcase.
Remember the museum? Come on now.
Stay tuned until the end so you don't miss anything.
Boom, 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 boom.
Let's
Path
take a
of
look
the
at this
Goddess.
video.
That looked good yesterday, fellas. I hope this is new stuff, but that looked great yesterday. Hello! I'm the Goddess. Uncheck live reactions. Well, what do you want? You want live chat? Ricardo, I'll give you a bill. I don't understand. Uncheck live reactions. Why? What does that do? Hello, welcome to the weirdness of the world. We are Hans. People like Jaffe, shut up. No. No. Oh, you don't like the live reactions? You don't want people having those little hearts and things? People seem to like them. Why not have them? I wish I could customize them. You're drunk? Good for you, man. Good for you. This feels very... Is it the same trailer? This feels very Onimusha. I don't think it's the same trailer. I could be wrong. I've been watching a lot of trailers. Jaffe, there shouldn't be any opening, any monologue, any cinematic. It should be gameplay from start. I agree. That would be great. You don't need a story. Do you need a story here? No. You know what it is. You're good. Oh no, I need to know. In the year 1242, there was a man whose destiny in Troy reflected the stars. And thus a sword. Fuck you. No, you don't need that. No, you don't. If you love the game, you'll love the story. I get you need deep lore. I need deep lore too. I love deep lore, but put it in the right goddamn cockadoodie place. What do you mean, what is it? I'm only talking over this because we saw this yesterday. This is something princess, Path of the Goddess. But it looks great. I mean, at first I thought it was Onimusha, but I'm excited. I'm excited. Kenneth, you're joking. Shit, I was about to get drunk too.
Live through the power of RE Engine. Experience
okay, here we go.
a unique blend of strategy and action in this epic tale.
See, now I'm shutting up because I want to hear. I want to learn.
A unsettling world of mystery awaits in Kunitsugami, Path of the Goddess.
Kunitsugami.
Coming to Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, Windows, PlayStation 5, and Steam.
Oh yeah. Boom. I'm excited. I mean, yeah. What's there to say?
Mega Man X Dive Offline is coming to Steam, iOS, and Android.
That was it. World permitto. Skype. What about Skype? Yeah, when Jaffe's quiet, it means he likes it. Oh, drop stream volume.
The deep log.
You mean the YouTube?
Memories of the Mega Man X series.
I'm sorry.
Is under attack.
The deep log. Okay.
Dive into cyberspace using hunter programs to recover data before it's too late.
How's that, Ricardo? Is that acceptable?
Play as Mega Man X.
Yeah, the Mega Man ripoff Ravnos that they showed yesterday or on that game show, that looks...
characters that haven't been playable before.
I absolutely thought that was Mega Man. I'm kind of confused that they got away with it. It's crazy.
Level up your favorite characters and equipment to create a powerful
You guys know I've never played more than 20 minutes of a Mega Man game. Do you think I should? People love it, right? People love the Mega Man. Woka Man, fuck you, shithead. You shithead. I'm gonna, you know what I like? I like the Shantae games. I know they're different, fuck you. I'm just, oh, that's cool looking. Okay, maybe I'll play this. Is this an actual...
variety of characters, including new heroes created for Mega
Man
X
Soccer?
Dive.
It's not extraordinary, it's good. Maybe it's like a nostalgia play.
Memory pieces. Then analyze recovered memories to unlock characters.
But what's the game? Is it a Mega Man game, like a traditional Mega Man game?
There are more than 900 stages to play.
Jesus Christ, that sounds terrible.
Challenging mechanics and enemies await on classic and new stages. You're bound to clash with familiar bosses from the past. Build the ultimate hunter and save the deep log from total destruction.
Please stop calling it the deep log. That just sounds like a piece of shit floating at the bottom of your toilet bowl, like the one that's the very bottom. Oh, it's offline. Good. Hey, Ricardo deserves a raise, says Man Cave. We're trying to bring Ricardo on full time, but we gotta wait. We gotta wait and see how how the kids like him. I don't know. Deep moist log jam. Come on now. Here we go. Here we go. Come on, give us something new. Not this Mega Man shit. Oh, here we go. Street Fighter.
A new era of fighting games is upon us.
You would call your wife? Jeeves says, I took a deep log, honey, come look. When I was married, I did not ever show off my fecal creations
Street
to my
Fighter
wife.
6
There was a
includes World
limit.
Tour, an
There was a
expansive
limit.
single-player story mode.
Sure, sometimes we peed with the
Fighting
door
Ground,
open, but that
the
was
core
it.
Fighting game
I'm not, you
experience
know.
made even more accessible.
Yeah, this game's great.
And Battle Hub.
If it wasn't for
a social
Diablo,
space where
I would be a
players
lot
from around
more
the world
focused
can
in this
compete
shit.
and hang out. These are the game's 3 main modes.
I'm not married now,
In
no.
addition, we're planning to release new fighters and content.
Yeah, I don't care
so
about
you
those
can
fighters
enjoy
right
the
now.
game for a long time to come.
Legendary Wings. Oh, that's cool. That game's coming to their arcade. That's great.
Street Fighter 6 is out now.
That's kind of
for
a fun
PlayStation
top-down
5,
shooter.
PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, and Steam.
Xbox.
Don't miss it.
You shut your goddamn whore mouth.
Listen to me, Spaz. Don't talk to Ricardo that way. He
We
will
also
cut
have an
you.
announcement for Capcom
Ooh,
Pro
okay,
Tour
okay.
2023. This year's Capcom
Like I care,
Pro
like
Tour
I'm gonna
will feature
compete.
Street Fighter 6,
But I might stream
the
it,
newest
fuck
entry in
you.
the series.
Can you imagine?
Players from around the world will compete in regional matches and battle to be this year's champion.
My name is Ken
To celebrate the launch of Street Fighter 6, this year we have our largest prize pool ever.
What if I did it like a
The total
movie?
prize
And
pool
I
for
fucking
Capcom
did
Pro
a
Tour is
training
over $2
montage and I
million,
took home the
with $1
gold.
million going to first place.
$1 million. I could afford
Capcom
Ricardo
Pro Tour
then.
2023 will feature
I could
3
fucking
types of
record.
tournaments.
If I win this, guys,
Online premieres,
we could
offline
get Ricardo
premieres,
full time.
and World Warrior.
Can somebody help train me so
Winners
I
of
can
each
afford
tournament
Ricardo? He's
will advance to
very
the World
pricey,
Finals
this guy.
at Capcom Cup 10.
Very pricey.
Stay tuned
Shit
to see
ain't
which
cheap
player
in
will
Peru.
crush the competition and take home this year's championship. Next, we have news about Street Fighter League Pro JP 2023. In Street Fighter League, the world's top players form teams
Yeah,
of
it
4
is
and compete in
fantastic, but I don't have the
official
time
Capcom
either.
Team League matches.
Hire a second trainer. I'm
We
going to
have
have
the
him train me
largest
at Call
number
of
of
Duty
teams
first,
ever.
though. That's the thing.
The opening match will be held on July 7th and will be streamed live
Oh,
on the
yeah,
Capcom
jeez,
Fighters
I would get
JP
smoked the
channel
first
on
round, too. I
YouTube
played
and
that
Twitch.
Blue Blaze or Blaz, whatever the fuck it's
Don't
called,
forget about the Street
on a
Fighter League
Sony
World Championship
PSN tournament,
2023.
and it was just, I mean, it was like, wait,
The
it's
US
over?
and European leagues
Like,
will
I
determine the
barely
teams
had
that will
time to
go on
push my
compete in
stick
the
to the
World
left, and suddenly it was like, you lose! And I'm like, what the fudge? Blaz Blue, whatever. Ooh,
Get up close and personal with Resident Evil 4 on PlayStation
I ain't
5.
buying this game again. I
Game's
love
main
this
story will be
game.
playable in VR
I
with
love this
PlayStation
game.
VR 2.
One of the best games ever made, but I can't
Thanks
play
to
it
the power
again.
of PlayStation VR 2,
I can't deal with
you'll
the
be able to
Chainsaw Man
experience an
again.
even more immersive version of the game.
I can't deal with Ashley again. Although she was really
Take
good
aim
in the
as
new
you fight
game.
to survive. RE4's cutting-edge knife action is a core part of
Cutting
the game.
edge knife
and the
action.
PlayStation
You
VR 2 sense
knuckleheads.
controller makes parrying
You little
even more
punny
intuitive.
fucks.
Experience
Oh,
extreme
right in
survival
your
horror
fucking pie
firsthand.
hole, bitch. Take that.
Resident
Burlap
Evil 4 VR
sackhead.
mode is a free
I don't think
DLC
you should be the guy
exclusive
naming the
to
characters,
PlayStation
Jaffe.
VR 2.
What? Burlap sackhead. Listen to me. Listen to me. My ex-wife actually is the one who came up with the names for Sweet Tooth, Dark
Now on to
Side,
the next game in today's
Yellow
lineup.
Jacket, and one other one actually. Oh, here's Ricardo's favorite game. Let's see. The fuck is this? Did Hideo Kojima sneak into Capcom and make a video game? The fuck? I'm singing a song. Dana.
Up you go. Sorry, kiddo. Still got a ways to go.
What about a drawing? What is on it? It will reflect her very soul. 2022, very sorry. When will the game come out? Fuck you. Dun, 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 dun. What is this? This is kind of neat. I like this. What is this? I don't know, Jaffe. Why don't you shut the fuck up and you could probably learn? Fuck you. You can't talk to me that way. You're a voice in my head. My therapist says I can talk to you. You work for me, voice in my head. Shh, pragmata. I like this. This is cool. I don't know what it is. Cool. You've earned my patience, Capcom. You guys make great shit. Take your time. But I will tell you that that looked pretty fucking cool. Reminds you of Vanquish? Vanquish was so good. I need to
It's
finish that
almost time
game.
for Ghost Trick.
I don't care
Here's
about
the
this.
latest
I
on
don't
the
give a
game.
fuck about this. Ghost Trick.
Hello everyone.
Okay, this is getting disturbing. This guy scares me. I'm not shaming the guy's looks. I got nothing. I got no issues with the man, but every time I see him,
let's get started with this.
he reminds me of one of those kids that used to be in the National Enquirer, where it's like they had the aging disease, and it was a grown man, but they look like a baby. Remember these things? Ricardo says leave him alone. I got no issues with him. I got no issues with the man. He might be my best friend in the future. But I'm just saying that there's something about him that I have not played. He's back.
It's available now for download.
For what?
The story starts a lonely spirit named Cecil. In the course of solving his own murder, he will meet and change the lives of all sorts of people in all sorts of situations. Things may seem unrelated.
Listen.
Each person plays a vital role in his story, and together,
Jaffe has it too. Ebenezer, I have downloaded it, but I have not yet, though. I want to play it.
Great big mystery.
What does he do with his hand there? Was he shooting a web? This guy, this is a very unusual guy. Visually. Is that bad? God, no. Nothing wrong with that, but I can appreciate the uniqueness of his look while not condemning his look. There are pictures. Phoebe says Jaffe looks like he has Down syndrome, which I would not joke about. It's a serious challenge for the person suffering from it or dealing with it and their family. But what I tell you is there are definitely pictures that the press, I've been in the press with, where I look like I have Down syndrome.
So,
I'm not even kidding you. I look like I could have been in the show Life Goes On.
If it could speak in Japanese.
Yeah, Phoebe said it. Oh no, Phoebe says Jaffe has download syndrome. That's fantastic. Well, that's where my head went. Fuck you, go to hell. I have to find the answers. He does look like CGI.
From the creator
looks like a
of the
retired
Ace
ex-martial
Attorney
artist.
series, Takumi, this classic mystery game is being reborn. One night, a man named
I am
Cecil
still playing
loses
Zelda,
both
but
his
right now my
memory
heart
and
belongs
his
to
life.
Diablo.
Using the powers of the dead, he tries to solve the mystery.
I
of
am
his own
telling
death.
you though,
The
go
only
look
clue
up,
he has
there's a
is
picture of me
red-headed
where I
detective.
totally
The
look
night of
like,
mystery begins anew.
you know, I have that
Rookie
chromosome
detective,
situation.
brimming with a sense of justice.
Which again, I'm not,
She
you
too
know.
is being targeted, and Cecil witnesses her death. Who was I? Why was I killed? Who killed me? And what does it mean that I was given these powers of the dead?
It depends if the demo's good. Alex
the
says you
powers of the
don't
dead
finish
to
games, but
possess
you
and
finish
trick
demos. I do
items.
finish games when they're
The
good.
controls are easy. Connect Cecil's glowing
but
blue soul to the core of objects to possess them.
I also,
Possess the tire. Possess the bowl.
I also
Possess the Star Wars.
finish demos when they're good,
You can
but
then
if they're
trick the
not
objects you
good,
possess.
I don't. What do you mean,
Trick the
Jesus?
guitar
I don't
to
know what.
play
I say chromosome
What will
situation
happen
because
when
I
you
don't
trick the
know
card?
a kid who has Down syndrome, a person who has Down
the door
syndrome.
to open it.
I don't know what
Possessing and
that
tricking
is.
objects
It
will
an
let you
extra
access
chromosome?
new
Is it
areas.
missing? I don't know what
Cecil
the.
can go back
I'm not
4 minutes
making a joke
before
about it. I
someone's
genuinely
death.
don't know what
What
causes
happened
Down
before her
syndrome,
murder?
but I know it has something to do with
clues are hidden in the
the
past.
chromosomes. And I'm saying it's a situation with chromosomes, but I don't know.
Follow
That
past
wasn't
events in
being
real
silly.
time.
What happened?
The limit, however, is 4 minutes.
One is
Help
missing.
people
Okay.
avoid near-death
We're
predicaments
going to
and
keep this
change their
on, but
fates.
look. David Jaffe. I want to
Cecil
show
will
you. There it
face
is, right
death in
there.
Many forms.
Some of these pictures, I look like.
Changing their fates
you
will
know,
change the story.
Look, this one. Come on, right? I've always hated
That
when the
story
press used
must
that
be
picture.
linked in some way
This
to the
one,
mystery
come
of
on.
Cecil's death.
There are definitely some pictures where I
Ghost
look
Trick,
like I'm
launching on
missing.
June 30th, 2023.
You know,
Demo
some of the
version
chromosomes.
available
It's not
now.
I'm not shaming.
Don't
I'm
miss
just
the
saying.
pre-order bonuses.
I'm just
See
saying.
the official website for details.
Anyway, whatever. Fuck you all. I hate you all. Ghost Trick.
Now on to the next game in today's lineup.
Jaffe, the new demos are now 3 hours. The new demos are now 3 hours. Oh, well, Alex, there's no fucking way I'm playing the Final Fantasy fucking demo. Because people told me the first hour of it is basically cutscenes. It's an extra copy chromosome. Got it. Okay. Star Wars game was one of the best games. I enjoyed it. I'm excited. My name is Attorney Woo. You guys watch that show, Wonderful Attorney Woo, on Netflix? It's great. It's so fun. So good. Carlos Hernandez has joined the chat. He wants to be here. That's where... Hello, Captain Hook. I know people love these games. I'm not trying to deny you your enjoyment. What am I supposed to do with this terrible trailer? Right? Life Goes On was a good show. And remember Becca, his sister Becca? I used to have a crush on Becca. I did. Star Wars game looks great. I just hope they don't overdo the iconic stuff. Yeah, I mean, well, the Star Wars game looks like Star Wars. It looks like what you want. It's comfort food gaming, but it didn't look... I mean, that's the tricky part, right? Like I said, you know, in my opinion, if you want to tell if a game trailer is really exciting, strip out the visuals and strip out the IP and ask yourself, do you want to play that? And there was, to be fair, nothing in the Star Wars trailer that I was like, whoa, whoa. But it's Star Wars, so I'm in.
Mainline Ace Attorney games
are you ready for Like a Dragon?
To share the story of Apollo Justice and his allies.
I don't know what it is, Mid-Toker. I mean, I know the guy who woke up on the beach and stuff. I mean,
PlayStation 4,
I'm not entirely sure what... Is it just more... like kind of like Yakuza stuff. I liked what I played from Yakuza that I played recently, but I didn't like it enough to stick with it and to really get lost in the world.
English, French, German, Korean, and traditional and simplified Chinese.
What was Towerborn, Kevin? I don't remember
voice
that.
Recordings for the new languages. We're sure
Look
there's no
my stuff.
objection to everything included in this collection. Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy is currently in
Apollo
development
Creed.
for release
I would
in
love
early
that though. If they did the
2024.
Ace series and they brought
Please
other
look
video
forward to
game
more
characters
information
in,
about this
that'd be
collection in
cool.
the future. Next, we have some Capcom news to share. This month marks Capcom's 40th
Oh, Kevin, I don't
anniversary.
remember.
As part of the celebration, we've opened a digital theme park called Capcom.
I'm excited for this.
Take a stroll through the museum
Cool.
to view original artwork and other materials
shit
from
like
various
this.
titles on display.
I love shit like this, man.
You can even play a few of Capcom's beloved classics for free. Head on over to the castle to cast your vote in the Capcom elections.
Oh, can we...
Participants will receive a special reward, so don't miss out. We can't wait for everyone to enjoy these attractions, along with the many other fun
I
experiences
wonder if it's still
we've
actually
prepared
working.
at
Because last time they gave you that and it didn't work.
A
But
Capcom ID account is required to play Resident Evil RE-Verse. Our new upcoming title, Exo
I
Primal,
love Capcom Twisted Sith, but
And
don't
to
ask
use
me to
the
love what
online
I've seen
features
so
of
far.
Street Fighter 6.
Street Fighter's amazing. I'm in. They open with that
You
princess
can
or
also
whatever
use this account with other Capcom
Onimusha
services
looking
and
game, which I'm
campaigns,
super fucking
such as a
excited
survey
for.
about today's Capcom showcase.
They showed RE
We'll release more
V4
titles and services
VR2,
compatible with Capcom ID
PSVR 2, whatever. I already played it on
Register now
Meta
for Capcom
Quest,
ID.
which obviously not the same one. And then a couple of looks like 3DS games like Ghost Trick and
Now for
Attorney
the latest
Ace.
on Exo Primal ahead of next
And
month's
Pragmata
launch.
look cool too. That's right.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I'm Takudo Hideoka,
Hello.
the director of Exo Primal.
Yes.
I'm excited to share the latest
Are you?
Exo Primal news with you all. But first, let's check out this video.
Okay. Why do people keep saying it looked like Onimusha? Because it looked like Onimusha. The monsters specifically look like Onimusha monsters.
Activity on this frequency. Hello? My name is Garrett Sides.
Basically, the IB's godfather. He was responsible for the entire exosuit project.
You know, Anchor Division.
It depends what Onimusha game you're talking about, Ravenos. There's been 5 of them.
Exosuits were developed right here.
There was one over-the-shoulder full-on 3D. No, this is Exoprimal. This is on Game Pass Day 1. There was a beta a little bit a while ago. And I enjoyed it. It was good, actually. I can't imagine it's going to catch on because it's just another one of those fucking service games.
You shut it down. The whole thing.
Yeah, I understand the difference between that game, Onimusha, and this game, but the setting, feudal Japan done with like dinge or dingy, whatever they call demons over there, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Oh my god, Ace, what? I'll be right back. Let's see what he wants.
I mean, look at this. It's a walking glob of stuff.
We'll find a way out of here.
All Anchor project files have serial numbers. Look for anything starting with 181. That's the project code for Leviathan's core.
Okay, Doc.
Oh, gentlemen, I didn't get your names.
Golos, the Hammerheads.
Well done. You fought desperately and survived. The perfect exosuit development project is nearing fruition. Activating Massacre Module, summoning Neo.
Joe Munga. Joe Munga? Hey, Joe Munga, I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you so much for subbing to the Diet Soda Soldiers, man. I appreciate that support. Everybody welcome Joe Munga. I will read this, I will eat this, what is this thing? A Starburst in your honor, good sir. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Joe Mama. You silly knucklehead.
The Savage Gauntlet.
Day 1 Game Pass. Boom. Boom. Thank you, Matty D. I played this. I enjoyed it. I'm not dying to play it again, though. That's the problem with these games, man. These fucking service games. You gotta be fucking careful. Here's what I'll tell you. When I play, I know nobody loves Marvel Snap.
What did you think?
Yeah, it's okay.
That was a lot of new info.
Marvel Snap, though, what I'll tell you is every month they offer a season pass for $9. Every month I pay it happily. So these guys are getting $120 for me every single year, and I am more than happy to pay that money to them. So there absolutely are service games that get their hooks in me, but very rare. But that may just be me. I don't know.
We'll be introducing more content included in the full game.
Day 1 game. Fuck you, Fupy. I'm not taking the bait, you idiot.
When Exo Primal launches on July 14th. Let's start with the story. Ace, the game's protagonist, is transported to the year 2040 and forced to participate in a never-ending series of war games. The story unfolds as you play through Dino Survival.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, Lutron. The suits, the Street Fighter suits, Exoprimal suits look awesome. They do.
Surrounding parallel worlds and the AI entity known as Leviathan. At times, players will also engage in special boss battles as part of the main story.
Special boss battle.
Dino Survival Mode will also change as the story progresses.
Carlos, you're going to hell.
You'll unlock new missions with a variety of objectives, including 10-player co-op, a multitude of dinosaurs to fight,
I love you, bitch.
more maps.
Everybody hates you, and I'm glad your husband's back. He probably killed himself.
Modules can be used to enhance exosuits and modify active skills.
I know.
These modules can be obtained by fulfilling
Here's a
certain
tip,
conditions while you play the
Capcom.
game.
Anybody watching this, I guarantee you, you don't need to
appearance
explain
with a
what's
variety
happening
of
right now on the
cosmetics,
screen.
Such as exosuit skins,
Hey, there he is,
weapon
old
skins,
rocker Matt, yo,
decals,
so-and-so. He
and
says,
emotes.
hey,
The game
please
also
don't
features
dance
a
like that.
special 5-player
I'm always
mission that
glad to
changes
support one of my fave streamers.
Compete with squads from
Game devs,
around the
turn one of my
world
fave
for the
streamers. Keep up the
fastest
good content, sir.
completion
Thank you,
times,
Rocker
or by
Man. I've been a
earning
member for a
rewards through
year.
achievements, like most damage block
Diet
with a tank suit in
goddamn
battle.
soldier. Here's a song that I wrote all about Rocker Matt.
There are
One
many
day,
ways to
rock
enjoy
your
the
mat,
game, even after
put on a
completing
hat,
the main story.
and inside the hat was a message from a future version of Rock Your Mat, and it said, "Hey man, don't wear this hat."
We plan to implement a mode where victory is determined by completing
Thank you, Rock
missions
Your Mat. I
as
appreciate it, buddy.
quickly as possible, instead of direct combat with other players. We hope you look forward to that.
No.
Now, let's go over all the new info we just saw.
What do you guys think? Exo Primal, dead on
Who was that
arrival,
new face at the beginning?
or a hit?
Meet Dr. Science, the developer of the Exo
Dr.
series,
Science?
and the head of Anchor Division, IBS's elite research group.
I'll tell you what, I'll
based
put a
on
poll up while
Bikitoa
we're waiting.
Island. The
Here we go.
Stratovator,
Start a poll.
space elevator that extends from the Anchor Division research facility into
Exo
orbit,
Primal.
will also be a playable map.
Dead in a
Incredible
year.
battles will unfold while exofighters and dinosaurs
Solid
clash atop
service
this massive
game.
space elevator.
Which one?
Players will even encounter dangerous mutations of dinosaurs, known as neosaurs.
Ask your
The most
community.
deadly among them being the Neo T-Rex. You'll need to work together with your team.
It looks fine, says Kevin. I just don't know who is playing the armored mech suit looking person these days.
Is that a swarm of Neo T-Rexes?
I mean, it was fun. It's very
What are
fun.
Leviathan's true intentions?
I just don't
Wait,
quite
what's the deal
know.
with this new exosuit? While it may look similar to Deadeye, this
I don't know
exosuit
why
is
they
a
would
variant
think
called
this would
Deadeye
be-
Alpha Burst Fighter.
What do you
Unlike
mean
the default
V Division?
Deadeye, this
Neither.
variant
So what
comes
is the
equipped with
option?
A weapon that can burst fire or be used as a shotgun, allowing exofighters to change.
It
their
says
style
dead
of
in a
play.
year. Well, dead in a year kind of gives you DOA. I don't want to get into the granularity. It's either a failure or a hit, I guess. And obviously, hit is subjective. It could make just enough money to build a cult following, or it could be the next Fortnite. But it's enough money to stay in business, basically. Right now, 76% say it's going to die. Vitaphone says moderate success.
Competing against exofighters from all
Right,
over the
it's
world
exactly
with
what
the
I did.
fastest
Jump in,
time.
check it out, say that was neat, never touch it again, says
More info
Ravnos.
about
That's how I
exosuit
feel about it when I
variants
played
and
it.
Savage Gauntlet will be revealed at the
Twist has
Xbox
been a member
Games
for
Showcase
15 months. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that support.
Be sure to tune in.
That tenacious support, baby.
And last but not
He
least,
says it would be cool to give out a month of free access
we're
to higher
excited
membership
to announce
tier
that we'll be
and the
holding a
perks
second
included
open
as a
beta.
contest prize.
This
You're talking
time,
on
we're
this
including
channel or on that
additional
channel?
story-related missions.
Or on Capcom. But if you're talking about this
And
channel,
player
I would love to. But I can't even target somebody in the chat and say, I'd like to give that person a membership. Like, it literally, you have to
Check out
buy
the
it, and
official
it's
website
random
for
who
dates
gets
and
it, which is the dumbest fucking thing. I can't get my
I hope
head
you're
around
all
that
excited
stupid
to
decision.
Try out this new content.
Players
Players will also receive a new reward for participating. Don't miss out.
You don't miss out, fucking idiot.
We'll continue to make adjustments to Exo Primal, leading up to the game's launch on July 14th.
I'd love Mutant Mo says to see Exo succeed, though, just factoring in the reality of the market.
Thank you
There's
again
so much to
for
play.
all
You're
the
right.
feedback.
Yeah, so we're sitting at
We look forward to seeing you in the
75%
second open beta test.
dead in a year.
That's all we have for you today. See you in the War Games. It's going to be a ton of fun.
Yeah, okay.
Next up is the last title we'll be showing off today.
Hey, this was a shit showcase. That's okay. They've earned the ability to phone this one in. Because the games aren't going to be shit. I've heard nothing but great things about Dragon's Dogma 1, so I'm excited for 2. The game they opened with looked awesome. Street Fighter is awesome.
Hi everyone, my name is Hideaki Itsuno, and I'm the director of Dragon's Dogma.
The little man
2.
with the hat, he was fun to
It's
talk
been over
about.
a year since we celebrated 10 years of Dragon's Dogma.
Why are
and
you
I can
leaning
finally
like that?
give you
I'm
some more
here.
information about the new game.
You need new
First,
glasses?
Let's take a look
Get
at the
away from
trailer
me.
we
No,
revealed
get
the
away
other
from
day.
me, man. Jesus, it makes me uncomfortable when you get that close. Jesus Christ. I am a bird. Yeah, they already announced this game, but maybe they're going to show us new gameplay, though. Wasn't this Sony's show or something? It wasn't Keeley's, it was before that.
You do not remember? Then have you forgotten that you protected me from the dragon's flames?
Yeah, Alex S. Everybody who's talking about the Final Fantasy demo says it's great.
Of course, that begs the question. If he's a mere mummer, then where might our true Arisen? Empress Nadinia's life is in your hands, Sir Arisen.
Praise be, for only the Sovereign's guidance can lead us true. Long live the Sovereign #1!
So Ghetto God, how long does it take to get into gameplay in the... she did look like Unifer, I agree, Cap. How long does it take to get into gameplay consistently in the Final Fantasy trailer? Or teaser, demo, whatever. It's probably the one the press played, because they talked about that as well. They said the game is great once it gets going, but it... Ooh, Harryhausen suing somebody. Avowed at the Xbox showcase needed to look something like this. Oh yeah, no, I agree. You played the Final Fantasy demo, Ravnos, and it is what I would call very slow. Even the gameplay itself? Yeah, I mean, Avowed could be great because of the pedigree of the team, but the trailer was absolutely... looked like a fucking MetaQuest 2 game.
What did you think? The action RPG game Dragon's Dogma was released in 2012.
You've been playing the Final Fantasy demo more than an hour, and you're just getting to gameplay. Oh, shit.
Today I want to talk about two characteristics that Dragon's Dogma
I don't want to
2
skip
will inherit
cutscenes
from its
because,
predecessor.
you know, it's the experience
First,
I
Dragon's
want.
Dogma
But,
2 will be
I mean,
a
I want the
single-player
experience
game,
they wanted to
but
sell
with
me,
pawns
but...
at your side, it will feel like co-op. And second,
I'm with you,
gameplay will
Midtoker.
feature action role-playing mechanics set in an
Xbox Extended Showcase? Maybe, Kevin. I don't know. What are they? Well, yes, I am actually. Because Xbox announced it tomorrow's Extended Showcase. If it's tomorrow, I didn't know it was tomorrow. They're doing deep dives, but they're also revealing games, new games they haven't announced yet, and there will also be from first-party and third-party Game Pass games, and they're going to be doing. New stuff from games they've already announced. So yeah, I will be watching it.
Even more precise decisions than in the previous title, helping you.
Fubie, you've become too much of a troll for me to engage in. Engage with, right? I don't know when you're serious or not, so I'm just going to ignore that comment because it's just what's the point of talking about it?
In a party with other players. Dragon's Dogma 2 is built with the RE engine, resulting in a
the
dense
demo
world
does carry over to the main
with high
game. That's pretty
graphical
good.
Fidelity. You'll enjoy a world roughly 4 times the size of the original Dragon's
Is it the
Dogma,
same story though? Like, is the demo like they did with, I think Octopath did it or something, where it was a standalone demo that transferred, but you don't have to
players will feel like
play it again?
in this vibrant fantasy world. You can look forward to
because the game opens with a different opening, or what?
Will shape your Arisen's role throughout the adventure. Will you take on enemies?
I'm not closed-minded, Fubie. They're telling me, everybody who's played it, including the press, tell me that it has a really slow opening.
I want to go over a few sections from the trailer that show what
I'm not interested in that. There's not about listening to other people. If
this game is designed to enable players.
I mean, your scenario only works if it's like there are tons of cases where I've listened to other people and it's turned out they've been wrong.
Pawns, monsters, and NPCs to
this
life.
does look pretty fucking good, though.
What would happen if you destroyed
Please stop
that bridge,
getting
or
close
if
to
you
me.
pulled that monster's leg? What other exciting possibilities can you think of? Meet 2 characters pivotal to the story that also appear in the game's key art. Ulrika.
Yeah, I'll play it. Carlos says it's not that slow. I'll give it a play.
And Nadinia,
and I'll quit if I get bored,
priestess
whatever.
Of the Beast Ray, which appear in the series for the first time. What destiny awaits? How will they affect your fate? The intricate relationships and situations you will encounter in the game are sure to keep you on your toes. During your adventure,
I don't give a fuck if it sounds sheepish to you.
From the previous game, as well as new monsters,
you've been
such
part of
as
this community
Medusa.
for long enough that if you think I'm
and
a
new
sheepish
experiences
fellow, then there's
unique to
nothing
Dragon's
I'm
Dogma
ever
2.
going to be able to say to convince you otherwise. So just continue viewing me that way.
Please stay tuned for more information. Thank you so much for tuning in.
That does look pretty cool. Looks pretty cool. I will not sleep on Lies of P. Dragon Dogma 2. I agree, Kevin looks good.
Dragon's Dogma 2 will be available on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, and Steam.
That was a terrible show.
And now, a quick look at the Capcom 40th Anniversary Sale.
We're going to go look at the Capcom Museum in
Kicking
a second.
things off, we have well-known titles, such as Dragon's Dogma and the Ace Attorney series. Don't miss this opportunity to pick up a few of Capcom's most influential hits at some great prices. To celebrate, we're also offering a limited-time bundle of some of Capcom's major titles on Steam. That wraps up today's Capcom
Terrible.
Showcase.
Just terrible.
Thank you for watching. We're always working on new games and updates, and we hope you're as excited as we are for Capcom's 40th anniversary.
I am excited because you're a great fucking
Thanks for
publisher.
watching.
But that was terrible.
See you next time.
Wait, what? Why is this guy back? Is the
Hey
hack-
everyone, welcome to the Capcom Showcase post-show. I'm Andy, I'm on the community team at Capcom, and with me today we have Joe, also from the community team, and we have Nico. Nico, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hey there, I'm
He just
Nico
did.
B.
He just said
I'm
he was
a
Nico.
Capcom creator, as well as a creator over on YouTube and Twitch, and I'm really happy to be here, guys.
You
Thanks for
seem
having
like
me.
you are.
Thanks for joining us. Yeah, so we just got done with the Capcom Showcase. What was everyone's favorite part in the chat? Let us know. I think mine has to be Exoprimal. I love changing the rigs. I love just seeing...
Shut up, I don't care. You're full of shit. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Let's go to the Capcom. What did they call it? Capcom City Museum. What the fuck is that thing called? City Museum 40th, right? Capcom Town. Let's go to Capcom Town, fellas. Allow all cuckoos. Cuckoos. Yeah, turn it on. Fuck you. Oh shit, that's loud. Hang on. Sorry, watch your ears, boys. Shit, turn it down. Stop. Turn the fucking thing down. Oh my god. Okay, open sound mixing. Jesus. This is a nightmare. God, shut up, Capcom, you fucking idiot. Shut the fuck up. Oh my god. That was just terrible. They can go fuck themselves with a monkey. Okay. Oh, fudge. All right, well, let's see what this is. Can we do anything here? It's running like a clunk fuck. I don't know what that is. Yeah, I might have to watch this on my own. This is a terribly optimized. I should close the browser. Oh, fuck this. It's just an ad. No, this is dad. Fuck you. I don't care. Oh, shit. I think I'm still streaming. Ricardo, am I still streaming? I believe I may still be streaming. Yeah, I'm still streaming. Okay. All right, fellas. Well, that was the Capcom Showcase. You want to talk about anything particular? I thought it would go longer. I thought we'd have more to talk about. I thought it was pretty uninspired and not very fun. But again, that, you know, when you make the shit you make like Capcom, again, I'm not even fucking with you. It's just kind of like, I don't give a shit. Because they've earned all my patience, right? I need to go back through a list of all the games we saw in the last 4 or 5 days, but I would say out of all of the shows that we've seen, the number one takeaway for me is the awareness that we no longer need this kind of thing is no longer necessary, right? I don't know if you guys agree with me or not, right? But when we first went into this, and for the last couple of years, it's been a concept of we don't need E3 anymore because we can do it all digitally. Great, agreed. And I think what everybody thought, including me, was, and like Jeff Keighley, that we can basically have just showcase after showcase after showcase online all around the same time. But even that, I think games are taking too long to make, and the trailers are just really shitty. I think that watching these 3-4 days in a row, it's really not good. It's I mean, I unless people want me to do it next year when I'm streaming, I don't imagine I will be watching these. I'll just watch like a recap and then talk about it, right? I mean, what's the point? To me, what is much more exciting and what does scratch the E3 itch is Steam Next Fest. And what I would love to see is Sony doing that or Microsoft doing that. Microsoft's at least played around with the idea a little bit. But I would love to see those guys seriously engaging in a playable demo batch at a certain time along with sales, because I think that's really at this point, I think the trailers are antiquated. The trailers do not work anymore for the most part. They're just really repetitive and dull. I mean, was it just me? Like the overall Summer Game Fest, not Keeley's show, but the whole umbrella. Is it just me, or did you think that they were you could do without it? That's what I want to know. If you want to call into the show, I'll turn on the red phone. We can talk about 30, 40 minutes, talk about whatever the fuck you guys want to talk about. But that is one thing I am curious about. There's the number, 619-752-0548. Kevin says, I think Xbox had the best format. I mean, well, Kevin, they absolutely did have, at least video, and they had a couple of people, like Spencer came out, Sarah Bond came out, and that was it. Ed Wood says, the trailer just doesn't work with you, sir. I personally still want a festival of gaming. I would love a festival of gaming as well. But why does it have to be this format, right? Why can't it be like Steam Next Fest? Why can't it be Xbox basically says, okay, for this entire week in June or this weekend in June, we have 150 demos from all of our partners, and our games are on sale, and we'll be streaming individual QA with the developers streaming their games and stuff. That's what Next Fest is. But why does it need to be just a bunch of fucking trailers over and over and over? And if you don't know Steam Next Fest, you may not really have that frame of reference, but they're doing another one coming up in June. They do it about 4 times a year, and the new one's coming up in June, and hundreds of games are demoed at the top of the screen. They've got developers playing their games, talking about their games, doing QA. It's kind of everything you want. The only difference now is they should bring that to console if it's possible. So, all right, here we go. Let's see who's calling in. Domino's Pizza, you order a pizza?
It's Pete Turtle.
Well, what did you think of the shows, Pete Turtle?
Be honest.
Okay.
Because I know you think I'm playing a character.
You are playing a character, but what do you think of the shows?
I thought they were all horrible.
Okay. Not one. You didn't see one game that you saw that you were like, I'm in.
Oh no! I saw some games that looked okay, but I'm seeing like the Xbox get praised for what they're doing, and I feel like they're only being praised because of how bad the PlayStation conference was. I think any other year, this Xbox conference would have just been mid.
I mean, I think I think certainly that plays a part. I think it plays a part that we're so used to them shitting the bed that when they wake up and the bed's not full of shit, we're like, yay, they did it. But I also do think that Starfield looks really good. I think the first 2 games they showed that were brand new IP, if I remember correctly, one was the guy playing the guitar, and the other, I forget what it was, but that was like, it was cool to see new IP from Xbox that wasn't just all that shit.
What it was, it's cool.
Sorry?
You just said that the first 2 games they showed were great, and I don't even think you remember the name of these games.
I didn't say the games, I said the trailers that they showed. The guy playing the guitar with the girl coming up and saying, you owe me...
Impression on you, Jaffe. If you can't even remember the names, you can't even remember the first game you said, you're like, I don't really remember it.
That's not really a good That's not really a good argument. I can remember the trailer in great specificity. The fact that I don't remember the name is not a reflection that the trailer wasn't good.
Can I tell you the issue I had with both those trailers? Well, the first 3 trailers they showed, I know 2 of them were exclusive. The third one was the Star Wars game. But obviously, my issue was they were showing women, right?
Oh,
but
God, here we go. Do you even like... Let me ask you, what do you mean that they were showing women? What does that even mean?
Okay, so you have... You're marketing your game. You're showing off this trailer, right?
Just to be clear, which trailer are you specifically talking about?
Fable, right? Fable was the first game they showed?
Yep. Yes, that's right.
I've never played a Fable game, but from what I understand, you create your own character? I don't think there's a set character, right?
I don't know, but according to Ricardo and some other people in the chat, Fable is a game where you create your own character. Yes.
Okay, you create your character in that game, and again, you're going to create the most ugly. Like, who would purchase a toy, a poster, or anything of that character that they created? You know, that character looked like the character from the new Willow series with the whole freckles, and you don't know, they could be black, but they're freckled and they're albino all in one. It's just like, why are you doing that? When you can create a big, muscular, bearded person who looks like somebody I would want to play. That and the second game, South of Midnight, these characters that they're creating and they're putting in these trailers look like females from New York City or L.A., and they're throwing them to these worlds that they don't belong in. And it's like, thank God you could create your own character in Fable, but we're stuck with that black character in South of Midnight. Now, maybe she'll be cool.
What's wrong with the character in South of Midnight? What are you saying? She doesn't look good?
She looks just out of place. That looks like somebody that goes to school in New York. That looks like a high school.
What does it matter if they go to school in New York? I don't understand the whole New York part.
That's what I'm saying. That game takes place in what, like Louisiana or whatever, right?
Possibly. It seems like it. Sure.
What is this person that looks like they're from New York doing with the whole pink shirt, all these piercings and all that?
Okay, hang on. Hang on, Pete Turtle. Relax for a moment, sir. I'm going to bring her up so people can actually see who we're talking about, okay? So this is the character that Pete Turtle is taking issue with. One moment. Okay.
I would love to play it as what's the guy who's modeled after Bobby Johnson?
The guitar player?
Yeah, that guy looked cool.
Okay, so you're saying that the guys can be kind of weird and not very traditional.
He's a monster. He looks like something you would buy a statue of. This girl, you go down the block.
What's wrong with this girl? I'm looking at her right now on the show. What's wrong with her? She looks great. She's cool. What's the look at your screen? What's the problem?
The hair, the piercings, the colorful shirt.
It's a yellow shirt.
In Brooklyn.
Well, so what? It's a yellow shirt.
But what I'm saying is all these Xbox games, and I'm sure you heard about Xbox partnering with Glad. Did you hear about that?
No. By the way, Kay, hang on a second, Pete Turtle. Pete Turtle, do me a favor. Welcome our new friend Kay to the Diet Soda Soldiers. Give him the best Pete Turtle welcome you've ever done.
Hey, Kay, welcome, and hopefully, there'll be more Pete Turtle in this show, because Jaffe's not that different from Trump, man. You're building walls all over. You build paywalls.
Kay, thank you, buddy. I appreciate it.
You build paywalls.
Okay, I appreciate it.
And your walls are to keep Pete Turtle out.
Ricardo, here's what I need you to do. Pete Turtle is what's the word? He's an acquired taste. And I like talking to Pete Turtle, but I always get told that people in the chat get sick of listening to Pete Turtle talk. So, if you feel, Ricardo, that we're kind of going around the bend on this, you need to let me know, and I will defer to Ricardo when it's time to hang up. But let's keep going for now, Pete Turtle. But seriously, Kay, welcome. Thank you, buddy. But yeah, I'm looking at the woman on screen right now. She looks totally fine to me. She's a cute lady. What's wrong with her? But let's assume for the moment. Let's assume for the moment, though, that you don't find her attractive, and let's assume for the moment that the powers that be at Xbox have said that we don't want to promote the idea of women in games are characters that all have to be models. We want regular looking, normal people. Why is that such a bad thing? Who cares? Go get your porn somewhere else, baby.
Normal looking people in places where they look out of place. Again,
she doesn't look out of place. You don't even know what the story is. If you ever been to Louisiana, you're telling me there aren't people like Louisiana looking like her walking around?
I'm telling you, I've been to New Orleans, but I'll tell you that girl, I've seen this very girl a couple of weeks ago in Brooklyn. I can tell you that right now.
Okay, well, maybe she has two homes.
In front of a brownstone.
So?
So I'm just saying, listen, Because you cut me off before.
Because you're boring after a while.
Did you read the Xbox Wire article? There was an Xbox Wire article.
No, tell me about the GLAD thing. But by the way, Kay, I want to say two things before you get to that. So Kay says, "What if she was white and had blonde hair?" P Turtle and Emmanuel AI or A1. Thank you, buddy, for the super chat. Says, "I'm praying for my brother P Turtle. He's a sick individual. South of Midnight looks dope. I love the representation and she's attractive. Yeah, I'm usually not attracted to black women. I think she's cute. I think she's a cute looking lady. I don't know what the problem is, but okay, keep going with this article. Thank you, Emmanuel."
Okay, I never said she was ugly. I said she's out of place. But anyway, to go to the GLAD article, I think it was a week ago.
What do I Google? What do I Google? I'll bring it up. GLAD Xbox.
GLAD. Huh? You know, GLAAD.
Yeah, I know. Okay, Xbox partners with GLAD, hopes to increase LGBT plus rep in future games. Okay, I'm looking at it. What's bothering you about it?
So clearly I'm saying that we're going to start getting a ton of games from Xbox because they're partnering with GLAD, and they're going to start putting a lot of this, what they call representation and diversity in games. To somebody like me, diversity isn't a skin color. Diversity is ideas. I don't want to continue every time a new trailer comes on, we got a black girl, we got a white girl, but this one has purple hair and that one has blue hair, and they both, hate the same things. They both have been held back by the patriarchy. That's not, diversity. It's the same shit everywhere. Diversity is ideas. I don't care if it's the same looking person. You know what I'm saying? So now,
not really.
If I had,
so what you're telling me is in the South, if a black man gets pulled over by a cop, and that same cop would not pull over a white man for the same offense, all the black man needs to do when he gets pulled over and the cop says, "License, registration, please," and the black guy says, "Hey, would you like to talk about Descartes?" It's just about ideas, right? It's diversity's ideas. So it's more about, that's what you're saying. It's really not about
a broad term.
Okay.
Diversity is a bunch of things, right? I'm saying that when it comes to storytelling or video games or movies, what I think matters most with diversity is diverse ideas, because that's what we're getting when we play these games and movies and entertainment or whatever. But how the character looks or whatever, I think is only important when it comes to right away pulling the gamer or viewer in, right? So if I see again, if you were, can you pull up the Fable girl?
Yeah.
I mean, that is one of the worst looking characters to put in a video game that I've seen in a long time.
I would say, I'm looking at her right now, I would say that I think she is a very normal looking person and is not a traditional. I'm not finished. She is a normal looking person. Like, if I saw her walking around, I wouldn't be like, "Oh my God." I'd be like, "Oh, I wouldn't even think about her." But she certainly is not your tradition. I know, I'm not done. But she's certainly not the traditional leading lady that you're used to seeing in TV in Hollywood. So what? But so what?
If you check Disney Plus.
Okay, so what? Is. But why does that bother you so much? What does it matter?
All these things are failing.
So you're worried about the money? You're worried about Xbox's money?
No, I'm worried about my entertainment, my enjoyment.
You've never played a Fable game in your life, you said. This probably isn't for you anyway.
No, but from what I understand, they're going in a totally different direction. They're rebooting it, and they're doing something totally different.
Ricardo says this discussion is getting tiring. Try to shift it. Where shall we shift it to briefly, or I got to hang up on you, buddy? We know your point of view. I think you're a fucking man living in a fucking cave. I think you're a fucking caveman mentality, and you're probably not even serious because you can't be serious. But you're like the black Archie Bunker of 2023. And I know you're not. Why do you say I'm black? Because everybody thinks you're black. Maybe you're not. But everybody, I got people in the chat saying, "No, but he's a black guy, right? Does he want diversity?"
What?
Anyway, what do I want to talk about next? All characters in Fable look like this. Rough, dirty, it's part of the British humor. This is some awfully nice filth down here, Dennis.
Well, no, I'm to somebody in the chat saying I'm black. No, I'm not black. I'm a turtle. That's what I am.
Okay, if you're not black, let me ask you this question. If you're not black, are you mixed race?
No, I'm not. I'm Pete Turtle. Like I told
Are
you.
you Caucasian?
I'll never tell you what I am because people immediately try to jump to, oh well, this means this because he's this. All you need to
Buddy,
do
if you're worried about people jumping to conclusions based on how you present yourself, you've lost that battle. I mean, all you have to do is speak, and we jump to conclusions. Not because your accent. Because you sound like a guy who hasn't grown out of the 1960s. You are sexist, misogynistic. What?
No, I'm not misogynistic.
You're
I
super
think what I'm
misogynistic. Every game doesn't have to be for you. Xbox may have said, hey, we want to make a video game with all of our games because they're big budget. The women in our lives, the women in our workplace are telling us we love gaming. Our money spends just as much as the men's, and we're tired of every time there's a female character, she's got to be somebody that people like P. Turtle want to fuck. Let somebody else handle that. But if you're going to spend $300 million on a goddamn video game to make and market it, could you at least try to make something that 51% of the population doesn't find consistently offensive? What's the problem? Go play something else.
You made God of War 1, and thank God you
And I would make it again the same way, but I couldn't make it that way probably at Sony. I'm not saying overt sexuality. We've had this conversation ad nauseum.
What? As a consumer, should that not be something we complain about? Should that not be something to be pushed back? No. Nobody's going to buy a toy of this character. Nobody's going to buy a poster of these characters.
So what?
Nobody.
So good. So maybe if it turns out...
You have to look at these corporations doing this.
But if it turns out... And of course not. If it turns out that this doesn't make money, these decisions, then they'll do something else. I mean, what do you want? This is what they think this is going to work for them. What?
We're seeing that that's not true.
We're not saying that's not true. We're seeing an absolute this idea of go woke, go broke. I mean, sure, if you're aiming specifically to a bunch of alcoholics that drink whatever that fucking beer was, fine, maybe. But video games, I mean, we don't have a history of that not selling.
I think last about the Little Mermaid and saying, "Oh well, look, it made $100 million." I thought, we'll go broke. It turns out that movie is gonna fail. And
okay, but you think it's because she's a black person?
And listen, I don't know why it is, but obviously, whatever they did.
Well, why bring it up in this conversation then?
You said what?
If you don't know why it failed, why are you piggybacking it onto this conversation about going woke?
I know why it failed. Listen, when you remake things or you take something and make it into
I don't want to. This is boring to me. This is boring now. I know. Look. Here's the deal, man. I know your point of view. I understand it, and to a tiny position, I respect it because everybody has a right to feel what they want. But I don't agree with you. I think most women and most men are not really good looking. And I understand there is entertainment out there where people are the alphas visually, and we like to look at pretty people, and that's great. And that has not gone away. But ultimately, Xbox, Sony, whoever have looked at the data, looked at their people, looked at their hearts. I don't know what causes them to make decisions and said, we're going to go with this for a while. It seems like the right thing to do. And if it turns out it's not, they'll have their lunch eaten by them and they'll either go out of business or pivot. But people like you are assholes when it comes to this. There are people out there that don't look great. What about the gay kid? What about the trans kid? What about the woman or the man who's just an average looking person and they see themselves represented in media for the first time and they're not a joke? They're not the gay neighbor. They're not the step and fetch it black character that's just kind of like, oh lordy, yes, whatever it is in the fucking Gone with the Wind. And finally says, holy shit, you're telling me that the world can recognize, especially people who are backwards, who don't know anyone who's different from them, that people like us are valid and real too. Well, I'm sorry if you don't like that, then you're an asshole.
No, I'm not an asshole.
Yeah, because you're being a dick to these people. And don't call back and tell me you're a fucking man of God either. You think Jesus would be okay with somebody going around going, she's ugly, he's fat, that person's gay? Really?
No, but I don't.
Fuck you. Why don't you go get a fucking account to Pornhub like everybody else, whack off and get on with your fucking day?
Somebody said Pete Turtle must be ripped and hot as fuck. Yes,
He is not. He won't even send us a picture.
But that has nothing to do with why I play with these games. Listen, I don't think Mario is attractive. I don't think he's gorgeous. I don't think he's big and strong. But Mario's probably the greatest human character of all time. We just don't want this bullshit. We don't want.
Then don't buy it, Pete Turtle. Then don't buy it. No one cares.
Nobody will.
Good. Then they won't, and they'll have to change. But in the meantime, take the hate, take the cruelty. Think about if there's a woman watching this right now, and she loves video games, but she's not traditionally attractive according to what our current day society says is attractive. And she's like, motherfucker, I like the fact I can make a character that looks like me. I like that I can be a hero. Think about what you're doing. You're basically shitting in her face, Pete Turtle, and that may be your thing, and that's fine. I respect that. But look, you're basically...
When you put your art out there, that's what you put it out there for, to be criticized. And I'm sorry.
You have a right to criticize it. I would fight for your right to criticize it. But what I'm telling you is, as a guy who walks around thinking that you're a man of God, you think God, if he's real, which he's not, you think God, if he's real, actually is like, I like that Pete Turtle is down there making people feel shitty about the way I, God, made them look, or who I made them love, or how I wired their brains. You think that's good?
I think God would be worried about bigger things than how Pete Turtle feels about Xbox games. That's what I think.
But there's a lot of people like you, Pete Turtle. You're in a big pot. There's a lot of people like you, and you're in a big pot of judgy hate. Okay, so he's worried about the big pot. You're just one of the drops in the big pot of the hatred stew. Be nice to people, Pete Turtle. Be fucking nice to people. Not everybody is great looking. Not everybody is.
Can I say something real quick?
I don't know.
Two things real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick, because you're a hypocrite.
How so?
You spent like the past 3 days shitting on everybody in these conferences. I saw you talk about that Indian guy who came out and he was talking for too long, and you're like, Jesus Christ, this guy has no charisma. You know, gets it over with, blah blah blah. Yep. And then you have one of your viewers who got his legs cut off or whatever.
His what?
He got one of his limbs or both of his limbs cut off.
He got both of his legs cut off.
You are. Oh, is your girlfriend still with you, blah, blah, You were making jokes.
I was making jokes to make light of his situation because he had just suffered a big trauma, and he was in on the joke with me. I asked him if he let his girlfriend fuck his nubs in the hospital bed because he didn't have feet anymore. He just had the nubs, and he put them on camera and showed us. And I says, can your girlfriend's vagina, does she fuck the nubs? That was meant to be fun.
Let me tell you this. Would you have been as kind, I mean, I don't know, I would say ruthless from my perspective. Would you have been as ruthless if it was a girl that came out about an assault story? No. You would have been there. You would put on your big gay voice, and you would have been talking like, a big mom, and you would have been like, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. But a guy gets his goddamn legs cut off, and here you are, tough it up. Well, tomorrow you're still going to wake up, so you might as well just keep on pushing.
I appreciate that you may. I appreciate that you may have handled dealing with a recent amputee different than I did, but dealing with someone who has had that kind of totally accidental, no fault of anyone's trauma is very different than someone who has been abused and raped and sexually assaulted by someone. And so, yes, I would deal with them differently. Absolutely.
I bet you would. I didn't say sexual assault. I just said
well, how would you be raped?
It could have been anything. If a girl came on, you would be the most kind, soothing, understanding human being on the planet. Remember that crazy black girl that called in like a year ago?
The crazy black girl.
I'm so sorry to hear that. I think you might have issues, but hey, if I say something to offend you, you're not fair. You treat these people worse than I do, because I'm all fair. You treat them like they're weak.
I do not treat them like they're weak. I treat them like they are not getting any respect. If you've got a guy who had his legs cut off, I'm trying to let him know in the way, yes, I have a different way I talk with guys than women. I do. I think most people do. That's just, whether that's good or bad, it's true. Well, maybe I shouldn't, but I do. And in that, I was, and I probably would with a woman too if it was the same thing. If a woman had called up and said, "Oh, I had this procedure and it caused me to lose my legs," I would probably still be like, "Okay, that sucks. I know you're going through trauma, blah blah blah, but come on, you're alive. Your boyfriend or girlfriend's still with you. We're here for you. Do you ever? I don't know what she could do. Can you stick the nub in your vagina?" I probably would ask her that.
Jaffe, that's cool and all, but there were certain points in that conversation where you were telling the guy his story was boring.
His story was boring. His story was boring.
Okay, I bet you would not do that to a female. And listen, you admitted it, right? Listen,
I didn't admit it. I said there are different ways I talk to a guy and a girl. I didn't say I would not say her stories. All right, buddy, I'm going to let you go. I got some super chats and some new members. We will never agree, but I always love you. Be good, be well, be safe. Stop hating women. Stop hating LGBT people. Stop being mean to people. You don't want to be cruel. If there is a God and there's not, when he sees you at the pearly gates, he will say, "You stupid fucking idiot. You're supposed to follow my teachings, and you're mean to people. You're cruel to people. I put all kinds of porn on the internet for you, P. Turtle. You could have gone there to get your fucking rocks off. And instead, you chose to go public and make fun of people who don't look the way you think they should look. You're going to hell, P. Turtle. Not permanently, but I'll see you in a millennia."
Well, listen, Jaffe,
how dare you?
Before you hang up.
Yeah, before I hang up.
Next time we do a call-in, I do want to talk more about the Xbox versus PlayStation conference.
Sure. Yeah. Hey, man. You. Okay. Sounds good. I'm going to let you go. Thank you, P. Turtle. I appreciate it, buddy. All right. There he goes, fellas. Off into the evening. Now, listen. We got ourselves a couple super chats. New member. Let me say first off, welcome to our newest Diet Soda Soldier. Thank you, buddy, for that. I appreciate it, Max Troya. Of the Cincinnati Troyas. They're a really good family. They were in the mob for a while, but Max's dad got him out. Max, I think it's actual, not even the real name because you're under witness protection. But the point is, Max, thank you, buddy, for the support. I really, really appreciate it. Then we got Ashoka. Steps up to the plate, says, "P. Turtle's making my ears hurt." Oh, yeah, I understand. He says he has a girlfriend. That's my favorite. He says he has a girlfriend that feeds him grapes. Come on now. We know that's not true. We know it's not true. Clay, thank you, buddy. Clay 1988 steps up with some ducats. He says, Penis Turtle is so insecure. Otherwise, he wouldn't make... He's going to call right back. You know he is. He's so insecure, says Clay. Otherwise, he wouldn't make such a big deal each and every time. He desperately wants to try some cock. Well, maybe he does, but all I know is that this guy is consistently calling me. He won't send us his picture. Like, you got to assume P. Turtle's the best-looking motherfucker in the goddamn world. Because he goes on about how other people look and all this shit. And we're like, well, send us a picture, P. Turtle. Let's see. Let the audience rate you. I've never seen him. For all I know, he's a fucking chatbot. Never seen him. But thank you for the super chat, buddy. Emmanuel A1, thank you for joining the Diet Soda Soldiers, buddy. Emmanuel A1, you probably don't know this. You guys have heard of the stealth bomber, correct? His grandfather was the first guy to masturbate on a stealth bomber. It was a mission, I think, in the very first Gulf War. Emmanuel A1, thank you so much for joining the Diet Soda Soldiers, buddy. P. Turtle's girlfriend is a hand model. That's exactly right. Her name is Snaggletooth Gibbrins. You guys are making fun of the lady on the screen. I understand. I understand she doesn't fit the traditional look. But again, how mean is that? I mean, like, newsflash, you don't probably fit the traditional look. Everybody is just kind of normal. And even if they're not, even if they happen to have been born with pretty privilege, who gives a shit? I'll tell you what, if somebody's out there and you're really good looking, I want you to call in. And I will give you a link. I want you to put yourself on camera. You can be a man, you can be a woman. I don't give a fuck what you are. But if you are considered good looking, I want you to put your video camera on the goddamn television and call in and let's talk about what it's like to have pretty privilege. It's Jaffe, what's going on?
What is up? This is Jeremy. I'm the good-looking guy.
You are okay. If you're a good-looking guy, do you have a webcam?
Well, I mean, I'm on my phone. Yeah, so can I do it on my phone?
I'm going to try to send you a link. Let me try to send you a link, and let's see if we can talk. Because I know. You hear nothing now. Okay. Okay, so the link is in the chat. I just put it there. I'll put it again. If you want to call in, I would love to have you, man. I would love to have you. Hang on. I'm going to go mute for one more second. Hang on. I just got to grab this. Okay, so that's not it. All right, hang on. Paste.
You said it's in the chat?
Yeah, you're in now. You're in now. So there is a thing in the chat right now that if you click it, it says join Streamlabs. Do you see that?
Yeah.
You should be able to click that, and then I should be able to see you. Or, I mean, I'll bring you in, and we'll see what happens. It may not work. Right. Me and Ricardo haven't prepped for this. He's like, Jaffe, what the fuck are you doing?
But, Eric, did you see me?
It says you haven't clicked it yet. Hang on, have you clicked it?
Yeah, I'm at Streamlabs. I've never done this before.
All right, let me give it to you one more time. Here it is again.
Okay.
Here's again. Right.
I gotta make a username and all that.
I don't know. I have no idea.
That's the username. Hold on.
All right.
Make a username really quick.
We're not on shaky ground. He says he's a good looking. While you're in the process of doing all that, you think you're a good looking guy. Is it because people have told you your whole life you're good looking?
Yes.
Okay.
And also, I'm just confident in my looks.
Okay.
But the peach tree, whatever his name,
Peach Turtle.
I don't think he's ever seen a woman in his life, so I think that's why he's acting like that. Unfortunately,
he may not. He may not know women. He may not like women, which is totally fine. But he may not like men either. I don't fucking know.
Because in these games, these two games that you showed, are attractive, especially from the south of midnight.
I thought the south. I'm with you. I'm with you 100%. I thought the south of Midnight Girl was pretty. I would agree that the woman in Fable just kind of looked like a normal person. Wasn't anything out of the ordinary. I wasn't like, oh my god, she's hideous or she's beautiful.
Yeah.
So
once you like women, right? You've been with a couple women. Like the looks, you realize it don't really mean much as much when you get to know.
You're well, not only that, but it's like ultimately you can find, thank God, you can find people very sexy who are not traditionally attractive, and vice versa.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, what's that?
The girl, the white girl, had crooked teeth. I like that.
Yeah, if she's fun, big noses. If she's fun and flirty and adventurous in bed, and she's just likes to have a good time and enjoy her life, that is a lot fucking better than sleeping with a fucking supermodel.
Starfish.
Starfish?
Yeah, you never had starfish sex?
You mean like a butthole?
No. Like, so they just lay there. They don't do anything.
Well, yeah, sure. But I think also sometimes people are so pretty that you end up with like, they can't get out of their head. They can't stop thinking. And it's like, well, that's not a lot of fun. You want somebody who's going to let go, man. Okay, so are you not getting the link at all?
It's saying it can't connect.
All right. Well, maybe it doesn't work on the phone. All right. Well, I trust you're a good-looking fella. Go enjoy your good looks, and thank you for calling, buddy. I appreciate it.
And thank you for God of War. I appreciate everything you've done for the industry. I appreciate it.
Thanks, man. On behalf of all of us who did it, I appreciate it. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Okay. Shut up, RPG. The caller maybe shouldn't have admitted that. Why? Well, he says he's good-looking. I mean, that's great. Again, I'm not knocking good-looking people. I'd love to be good-looking. How fun would that be? What would that be like? I don't even know what that would be like. I mean, to be a really good-looking person, to be able to get, not anyone, of course, but to have a much, better leg up when it comes to trying to have the sexy time, that would be awesome. And you also, that pretty privilege, it carries over into other things. It's not just sex. It's, just perks all over the fucking, goddamn world. Yeah, call Strauss Zelnick. He's a good-looking dude. I resent the fuck out of Strauss Zelnick. He's rich. He's buff. And he's good-looking. Come on now. It's not fair. Ricardo says, can I call in? Jesus Christ, Ricardo. Do you think you're one of the pretty people? All right. Come on now. I'll put you on. Ricardo is under the impression he's a pretty person. All right, call in, Ricardo. Let's do it. You guys tell me how good looking Ricardo is.
Hey, what's up?
Where are you? Where did you go? Hang on.
Huh?
I gotta find you. I gotta find your. Or did you call on the camera or no?
No.
Well, I thought you wanted to show people.
You guys have seen me already.
I have, but well, why'd you want to call in then? I thought we wanted
to defend the Fable character.
Oh, okay. Defend the Fable character, Ricardo. Go.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, she's not that great looking, but that's kind of the point of the Fable games.
What if it's not?
You always start as a.
Don't give it an excuse though. Let's assume you start as incredibly hideous. But what if she was just a normal character in an action adventure? What is it?
Sure, it would work.
Yeah.
That's. I don't have any problems with that. Just like I didn't have any problems with the Returnal lady, which also isn't that great looking, and she's a bit older.
Yeah, I'm with you.
That even crossed my mind when playing. But the thing about Fable is I think this kind of character would be awesome. I would love to play like this rough lady that goes into bars and she's kind of a thief. She gets into fights. She drinks a lot. She's perhaps even missing a tooth. I would love to play a character like that.
Yeah, why
not?
not?
A girl like that.
I mean, look.
I don't get it.
Well, P Turtle again, as he says, I think he's a character. I think he calls in, he's doing a bit, but there's a grit. Now he's not a grifter, but like this Ian Miles guy, he can't be this much of a clueless person. But I think what it really is there are people who have this sort of response, and there is a valid reason they're having the response, but it's not what they think it is. Like, ask yourself really what I would agree with P Turtle if this woman was replacing like normal looking women, or if you're into the men folk, normal looking men are replacing the beautiful people of movies and TV and games and comics, and that's just people.
Yeah.
Right?
There's plenty of men and girls in video games.
That's not happening. That's simply not happening. And so it's like, what is really going on when I think what it is I hate to get all fucking, progressive on people, but it is a subconscious response to the power of the patriarchy beginning to crumble before their very eyes. They don't like the fact that women are able to be, or unattractive people in general, but let's just take women in this case, are able to be self-sufficient, strong, successful without having to check the boxes that men since the very beginning have set out and said, unless you check these boxes, you have no worth. That's functionally what's happening at a subconscious level with these people. Because what else would it be? It's not like you're taking away beautiful people.
Of course. But it's really weird to me.
It's very weird.
I've been playing video games since, as a European white guy, I've been playing video games for 30 years. And the character's race or sex or ugliness or whatever has never crossed my mind. They are just a character. I don't care what they.
Well, okay, but you've got people you've got people in the chat who say, Jaffe, this soapbox is more boring than P Turtle. It's a woman's world nowadays. What do you want about Jaffe? It's not about the patriarchy. Okay, so you tell me if that's not what is causing that knee-jerk reaction. What do you think it is? It's not like you guys have a lack of beautiful women. If you're into women, it's like I'm playing Diablo 4 right now. My character, I did my best to make her look like Taylor Swift, who I think's gorgeous. So, okay, let's assume I'm all wrong about it. It's not...
My Diablo character is a black woman with shaved hair and white tattoos to look like a frost mage, and she's badass as fuck.
The white tattoos are over the black skin, you mean?
Yeah.
A little bit racist. But the point, though, I see you're making is that the bald head...
It's frost.
No, you're racist. But the point, Ricardo, is... but it is interesting.
So are you.
It's like, well, no, not only am I a racist, but, I mean, it's important to understand. Hey, it's not playing. Where'd it go? Where'd my soundbite go? God damn it, that's the best soundbite in the world. I can't help but be racist. True. But yeah, seriously. I mean, that you guys in the chat, what is it then? Okay, Obzar says we just want to see ourselves in the character. You want to see yourself in this character? This is not you. Again, you can make your own character, but let's take Returnal where you can't. So if it was a beautiful woman that looked like I don't fucking know, Olivia Rodrigo or whoever the latest hot chick is on the radio, that's okay. You can see yourself in Olivia Rodrigo or Ariana Grande, but not this woman. I don't understand. I mean, I would understand, Obzar, if you were saying you just want to see yourselves in the character, and so you only want to play characters that look like you. But that doesn't exist. I mean, that's unless you're making your own. So when you play a sports game, do you go insane because your character is changing? I'm not sure I understand that. Just give us generic girl, not overly ugly or beautiful. She is a generic girl. Here.
Bill Bones has said that the Fable girl looks a little bit derpy. I think that's awesome for Fable. That's the point.
What does the average woman look like? I don't know what's going to come up, so. Okay, here we go. Let's just see average woman.
You got to play Greta.
You got a what?
In, the Zeke said in Fable you get to play Greta.
Let's see. Average woman. I'm trying to find something that's just... okay, here we go. The average woman revealed. The average woman revealed. Here we go. I don't know if this is accurate. Thousands of faces to find what the world's women's look like. Okay. Okay. So, can you see that? Yeah, let me make it bigger. I would say these women are more traditionally attractive. I'll cop to that. These women to me look a lot more attractive than that wherever she went. The one we were looking at from Fable. But certainly this woman falls into that camp, doesn't she? Attractive, good-looking woman. You see how I do. I agree. These are better-looking women than the woman in Fable. But again, so what? I just think you guys are jerks when it comes to this topic. Not as humans. I think you're great humans for the most part. But I do. I mean, it's almost like you don't, would you like it if women were out there?
No Portugal over there.
I guess not. Would you like it if women were out in the world, making decisions about your video games and stuff, and all the men didn't even come close to looking like you? And it's like men could not be anything other in any medium than super fucking good looking. I know women judge dudes, yes, but I'm talking about in entertainment. Kratos is not a good looking guy. We made sure he wasn't a good looking guy. I don't know. I think you guys. Hang on, let me get this call rolling. Hey, it's Jaffe. What's up?
Hey, how you doing, Jaffe?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay. I don't agree with the dude, Pete Turtle. I think he's kind of a douchebag, but I think his point is, we got enough ugly in the goddamn world. Like, you know what I'm saying? We got enough of it. It's like in our video games, our music, our media, people need to be hot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even hot chicks like looking at hot chicks.
I understand, and that exists. I mean, look at this fucking statue of Spider-Woman behind me. I like looking at hot women too. But I'm not going to act like...
we all do.
Okay, but I'm not going to act like just because there are very expensive entertainment properties now that exist, that people have said we want more representation, that I'm being denied. I can get what I'm looking for everywhere. Right? I mean, do you have a lack of good-looking
like
woman?
Who exactly is saying that? Like who is saying that? I don't think anybody is saying that.
I don't think you're right.
Who's asking for ugly chicks on the screen?
Who's doing what? But ugly chicks on the screen?
Who's asking for ugly chicks on the screen?
It's not ugly chicks. That's the whole fucking point. It's not about them being ugly chicks. It's about going the concept of what is acceptable to be good looking needs to be challenged and questioned, because there's a lot of people that want representation. There's a whole campaign right now. This whole campaign got mocked mercilessly. I know there's a bit of a delay, so you can't see it on your screen yet. But Dove, the soap company or whatever, is like, hey, look, we want to bring more average looking people to video games because there's value in representation. I mean, look, you know, whether you go back to stereotypes.
The standards are changing though. It's like, remember, like when, like, I'm a black dude, right?
Okay.
It's like, you know, black men, we always like fat asses, right?
That's what that's the
time
cliche.
in America where white men see a woman with a fat ass, and that shit was fucking gross.
Yeah.
She fat, she disgusting.
Yep.
They like that flat iron booty ass, like from the white bitches in like the 1960s.
Like Kate Moss and all that stuff. Yeah.
And it's changed. It's like white. Well, I think white men now can appreciate a fat ass too on any color woman.
Excellent.
So things are changing.
Good. Why do you think they're changing?
Shit, I don't know.
Well, maybe because people are pushing for diversity.
Social media plays a part in a lot of this shit.
What?
Social media. I think it plays a part in a lot of this. It's like women judging women. You know, social media. I think it's playing a huge part in, you know, why everybody's chasing those beauty standards. It's like we look at the J-Los and the Kim Kardashians, and every woman kind of want to emulate that look.
Why?
Like that's social media. Like you saying why they want to emulate that look?
What value is it? I mean, don't you think we would be a better society if we didn't look at people and say, I want their look versus I want my look, and I'll just make my look the best version of myself I can be? You know, the reason everybody wants that look is society says this is acceptable, and if you don't check off these markers, we're going to call you ugly and tell you don't belong in a video game or a movie or a video. Would you want your children being susceptible to that?
No.
No.
I suppose not.
I don't understand. People are just being assholes to people. It's like, look, there are people out there that you're not going to want to fuck. Chances are they don't want to fuck you either. But they can be in a fucking video game. They're going to be in a movie.
Ain't that the truth?
You goddamn right. You goddamn right. People like me who look like I do, you got to work extra fucking hard, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it because
me too.
I rolled 18s on a bunch of other fucking categories. But the fact of the matter is I'm tired. You know, the way men act when there are women out there who don't fit their beauty standards are just, I don't know, man. It's like they're so fucking, they can't even put themselves in the shoes of these women, which is why I ask myself what is really going on with them psychologically. Because they have to know what they're saying is hurtful. And maybe it's because they feel they've been judged by women and this is how they can get back at them. I could see that. I could see an ugly guy going up to a woman and getting shot down over and over and over, and finally they've got some anger there. And so they're pushing back, and the women are allowed to push back. But if the men push back in society, they're problematic. I think that's unfair.
Yeah.
But I think what would be valuable is really getting to the heart of it psychologically instead of just continuing to be on this fucking treadmill of this person's fucking ugly and she's fucking fat and he's fucking dumb. Why don't we really get to the bottom of it and stop being mean to people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we don't live in a perfect world either, Jaffe.
That's my job, baby. I'm here with you, sir, to help usher in the perfect world. That's our job, man. How have you been? You good? Life good? Life good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I was listening to the show. I just wanted to call in and chat. This is like my third or fourth time calling in.
I love it when you call. I know. I recognize your voice. What was your name again? It starts with a J, right?
No.
Fuck me sideways. All right.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I'm not going to worry about it. But listen, thank you for calling, buddy, and I'll talk to you later.
All right, man.
All right, see you, dude. All right, there he goes. Ricardo, are you still there? Oh, he dropped out. Hang on. Well, there you go, Ricardo. I think that's today's show. What do you think? Ricardo, I don't know where he went. He's talking to his wife. She's like, you have to listen to that Jaffe. He's right.
Hey, I'm here.
You goddamn right. I think what did we miss? We wanted to go over anything else, or that's the show for the day?
I think that's the show.
It's a goddamn show. All right, fellas.
It was a Capcom showcase.
It was the Capcom showcase that turned into this. But that's life, baby. That's life on the goddamn Gabbin and Games. You're not going to get that anywhere else. You're not going to go fucking to Kind of Funny or even my good pals over at Last Stand Media.
I'm right.
You're not getting that
Damn
shit
right.
there. You're going to come here and get your gaming nutrition. And then after your gaming nutrition, you're going to get some fucking debates and discussions and genuine connections with the powers that be, a.k.a., of course, I'm talking about B Turtle. So, all right, Ricardo.
As a fan, I got to ask, man.
Yeah.
When are we doing one of those weird shows?
Oh, I Love the Weird?
Yep.
Let's do one this Saturday. How about Saturday we'll do an I Love the Weird?
I Love the Weird.
We got an I Love the Weird. If you don't know what that is, we talk on those shows about weird shit. Everything from the paranormal to ghosts to UFOs, but also interesting science that's come through. There's been a lot of weird shit going on. AI, psychics, all the shit. All the fucking shit you talk about. So that'll be coming up Saturday. I'll drop you guys a time later. In the meantime, again, if you're a Cult of Calypso member or you are a God of War member, please shoot me a DM if you want to be in this week's newsletter. Let me know your top 3 games from this week that were announced at Xbox or the PC show, Future Game Show, Wholesome Show, Capcom, or Ubisoft. I would like to kind of compile a list and see what comes out on top. All right, fellas, be well. Thank you so much. Ricardo, thank you. New members, thank you. Super Chats, thank you. Rob and RPG and all the mods, thank you guys. P Turtle, thanks for calling in. And I will talk to you guys later. Let's
guys.
have Sting play us out with Twist Metal 2 from ALXPLOX. All right, fellas, see you soon.
How dare you!